I want to say, like, I write sometimes about coaches, and I'm always very careful because I think it is so incredibly difficult, and that parents and coaches really need to work together and support each other. I know there's a lot of fear on both sides right now. But that being said, a lot of the kids, to answer your question, before they even get to you, should have had a lot of this, right? If you're a middle school or a high school coach, at that point, there is a lot of like correcting and making sure they're understanding things. So there's different things. There's like the actual just going out there and playing that parents need to allow their kids and try to find more free time. And it doesn't have to necessarily be in your sport. It's just climbing and biking and skating and hiking, moving your bodies. That was your other question about specialization. Moving your bodies in all these different ways on all these different surfaces, and trying things and hopefully playing some sports in that too. But when you're with your friends and there are no adults around. But to get to your point in coaches, I think it just has to be that, you find those, obviously a lot of just game time, but not, I think it's more in how you respond and react, right? So like when there is a mistake or when there is a problem, let the kids try to solve it. Did you see anything? What do you think? What are you learning? Like their minds should not, the more you're yelling at them and telling them what to do, they're using that lower part of their brain. They're not learning, they're not growing, they're getting creative. So it's creating an atmosphere and an environment where they're not afraid to fail or mess up, right? That there's not a punishment, there's not a scream, there's not a this. There's like talking about it and growing and developing, but it's really a trust, I think, that a coach builds with his players and his parents actually, about what will happen when there are mistakes. I mean, I have teams and friends I've been around, and they're young kids, like, you make a mistake and you're pulled out of the game.